Hey everyone, welcome back to Burst Garage. So what we're doing today is we're doing a review on one of our partnerships with Alloyman Tools. Who? Alloyman Tools, you heard the man. So with that in mind, what they have done is they've sent us some of their power tools for us to do a review. And what my goal is to put these to the test and let you guys know, what the results are with that. I'm gonna take you guys right along with me. But first, what we're gonna do is get this unboxed. And for the most part, I'm pretty particular about my tools. I try to take care of them, but sometimes they get in a tough situation. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? So we need to get this unboxed to let you guys know what's actually in the box and how this is laid out. That should do it. Nice. Oh, look at this. Nice little carrying case with it. So let's get it open and check it out and see what's cracking. 480 foot-pounds of cordless impact on a 20 volt. That's 0 to 2,000 RPM. This is an Alloyman tool. And again, this is an industrial. It says it right there, industrial. So let's get this opened and check it out. Fancy. We've got a battery, pretty good sized battery, nice. Let you know if it's charged or not. It's pretty neat. Sorry, carried away. What do we have? Oh, looks like there's a few drivers in here. $18 millimeter. Looks like they know that I've been working on the Silverado, a bunch of metrics here. When I first grab it, compared to the 20 volt that I use, this is a lot heavier of a device here. Man, that just feels real good. It's pretty heavy duty. Feels real nice. I like it. It's good grip. So a couple of details on this. This is a chuck size 13 millimeter or a ½ inch, and the speed is from 0 to 3,300 RPMs. The impact frequency is 0 to 3,500 on the low, and on the max torque, we're talking 520 foot-pounds. Impressive. It's gonna be nice putting this to the test. We've got a little charger here. Nice. Couple little wall mount screws. It just locks into place. You can't just slide it out. It looks like you actually have to unlock it with a button. Yeah, it will not just slide off of it. I like it. I'm digging this, especially this part here, because isn't my battery or what's happening here? I'm digging it so far. All right, so we've got our drivers here, and we've got the driver set. This is a few extensions. Looks like we've got about a 3, a 4, and maybe it's got to be about an 8, 9, somewhere in there. So let's get this thing to the test. Oh, neat. It even comes with its own instruction manual. For the 20 volt cordless leaf blower, this right here will come in handy. We open it up and look all through it. I mean, everything on the inside is based off the ½ inch drive impact driver. So a lot of tips and tricks and things along the lines that this could come in pretty handy. And if you need to email, you can email ceo@alloyman.us if you have any particular questions about this product. And if you want, you can go on their website and check out their other tools and listings. So I'll put the link in the description below, and you guys check that out. So right now, let's get this thing plugged in and get it to the test. How exciting. All right, so we'll be comparing this to the 20 volt Dewalt brushless motor, and that is a model number DCF911TY1. So what I'd like to do is take you along with the testing of this, and this is going to be the testing of the install and the removal of some lug nuts off of an old C20 that's been sitting for about 30 years. So we got both our batteries here. What I'd like to do is go ahead and get both of them in the charger topped off. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one on also. So we are charging on both right now, and we'll step back in when we are in all green. Dirty ass floor. Oh, don't start filming yet. Let me finish cleaning up. It looks nasty. Straight up. out. Sheesh. Oh, there's a dent. Okay. All right, game on. All right, here we are. So we got two tests in mind. This is our very first test. We got both batteries charged. One's a Dewalt 20 volt and one is the Alloyman 20 volt. So we'll compare them as far as installing and removing. So let's start off with this Dewalt. We're gonna tighten it up. That's all she's doing on the tighten. Let's use this Alloyman to take it off. On one. With ease. Now let's take that path in reverse. Let's use Alloyman to install it. Alrighty, so now we get it off. There we go. Now let's use this Dewalt to take it off. Let's help it. No helping. Now let's see if Alloyman can take its own tool back off. Impressive. 480 foot-pounds of torque. Now I've got the C20. These lug nuts have been on for about 30 years. Let's see if this can take it off without any penetrating oil. Hey Jimmy, what size is that? I'm thinking about a 20 millimeter. It ain't no damn 20 millimeter. Like a 3/4 or 13/60. It could be. Metric on a 60s truck. What the? It ain't no damn 3/4. I mean, why did he even ask? It makes no sense. He's just gonna do what he wants to anyway. I bet it's 20 millimeter. I'll check when he leaves. See? It fits. Bullshit. So this is test number 2 of the Alloyman test, strength test against the Dewalt 20 volt. So these lug nuts have been on for about 30 years. They have not had any penetrating oil. They're pretty much seized on. Most of the bolts are missing, as far as the outside diameter of it. So we'll see where this goes. But I'm gonna start out with this Dewalt and just see if it has any potential of taking one off. And it's a 13/16. Okay. One down. 2. All right. Pretty impressed that came off. So we'll use Alloyman and see the difference on how long it takes for that to come off, because you saw this about 2-3 seconds before it started moving. Well, there's ease there. Let's check these dualies out and see what's going on with those. All right, so we made our way back here to the dually, and this one might be a little bit more difficult to get off. Oh, sidetracked. Sheesh. So we'll start out. So we'll start out with Alloyman. Didn't say anything. Still didn't say anything. Quit this piece of shit. All right, let's go back to our Dewalt here. Nada. Now I'm curious. Alright, we've got this little cheater pipe here. There's a good chance we'll be needing it. So we need this little device and this device. Let's go this. Looks like a finger pincher right there. Let's move this back. Well, that's some torque right there. That's some torque. Look at that. Look at that. Hey. Called a boy to do the man's job. And there she is. So all in all, I feel like that's a success. I've been happy with my Dewalt, but when it comes down to far as the strength of it, let's go inside and talk about it. Welcome back to the recap of our field test. So when it comes down to this field test, there was a couple of points that I felt was pretty strong that led toward the Alloyman. But before I make a decision in life, I use one of Ben Franklin's old T-charts or balance sheet, which is basically putting the pros and cons between the two and making a decision based off of those items. So let's take a look at this T-chart here. Come in a little closer. Okay, so the items that we'll be comparing is going to be between the price, the torque, the weight, the battery, and also the size. So when you look at Alloyman.com, we're at $99 for this tool here. Dewalt, you're $262. Torque-wise, on the install, 480 foot-pounds of torque. Removal, 520 foot-pounds of torque. When you come to the Dewalt site, you're 250 foot-pounds of torque and also 400 foot-pounds of removal torque. Weight-wise, Alloyman's a little heavier at 3 pounds and 12 ounces versus Dewalt, 2 pounds and 6 ounces. Now, when it comes to the battery life, the Alloyman has a 4 amp and the Dewalt has a 5 amp. Both are 20 volt batteries. Now, size-wise, I like to take this to the bench. So when we look at the size comparison between these two impact drivers, this is a standard banana to scale. So as you can see, the size-wise, the Alloyman is a little bit bigger, but also it comes with a lot more torque. So let's move on to the next. So now that we got that out of the way, just like Jerry Springer said, our final thoughts. And on my final thoughts, it came down to two items. One was the price, two was the torque. One, when you look at the price of the Alloyman tool, it's less than half the cost of that Dewalt tool. I'm sold on that alone. Now the second is going to be the torque. I see that on paper, but I also felt it in the field. So when it comes down to feeling it in the field, as you saw on that Dewalt tool, it would not take off what that Alloyman put on, but that Alloyman went back and took off what it put on. So I was sold on that right there from the beginning. So this is one of those things that you'll need to decide for yourself. When I look at the pros and cons of this, I'm sold on the Alloyman tool. And that's going to be the price and also the torque, because ultimately it outperforms on that Dewalt. So the second thing is do you want to write a bigger check for less benefit or a smaller check for more of a benefit? Me, I'm going to take that smaller check for more of a benefit. So if you'd like to learn more about this, check out Alloyman.com. And with that in mind, take care of yourself and be safe. Deuces. Sheesh. Maybe it is a 20 millimeter. Sheesh. keep 2 on. $520 foot-pounds of torque. That's a lot of newtons. Cannot believe those didn't strip. So yeah, when it comes to Alloyman Tools, I'm sold on it. Now I'm gonna see if it'll take those manifold bolts out. I guess the screw came loose. Huh.